Okay, I'm down here at the vise now. The first thing I'm going to do is work on getting the internal clips off of these. Now these things are, when the centrifugal force gets to running against them, it'll push them out and tighten them clips up. So what I'm going to do first is knock this thing down a little bit, get that clip loose, take pressure off of it. Looks like it wants to come out from this side. Find my tools here. That clip raised up a little bit, and we can take a screwdriver, pop it right out of there. Okay, next thing I'm going to do is knock this side down a little bit. And this clip out. Hopefully. Well, let me try it from this side. It's wanting to be a son of a gun. Alright, now we got them clips out of that particular. Next thing we're going to do is open up the vise so that this yoke will clear. And I'm going to just beat it like this. And there we got that one out. Now we'll flip him over. Do the same thing from this side. Okay. Now we gotta get the clips off of this one. And it ain't wanted to move yet. Try this side. Okay, that opened it up there. I don't know whether you can see it or not, but it's created just a little bit of a crack around there. So that means the pressure's off of it. Got that one off. Okay, now we'll give this side another lick. Yeah, that done it. Now you can see that in real good where the pressure come off of it. So now we got him off. Forgot one thing in my trip down here. I forgot to bring my socket I was using. Let me see here. This bearing race will do it. Not being real cooperative. Yeah, I gotta go back and get my socket. Okay, got my socket. It's gotta be a socket big enough to go over that bearing cap. And give it a lick like that, and we are apart. What we'll do is turn it over, and so I'm using the cross there to help drive it out. Okay, there we go. Now it's just a matter of getting it out of there. I'm gonna have to knock that there seal off on one side or the other, so that it'll have room enough to turn out. Well, alright, now we got him. So there's a no good U-joint. Alright. I'm going to turn you off. I'm just going to take wire brush and rag and get all this cleaned up before I try to put it back together. Okay, got the yoke cleaned up now. I'm going to try to put it in this way so that you can kind of watch what's going on. Normally I like to put them in from straight forward in like that, got more support with the against the vise. Now this is a what they call a seal joint. Doesn't have any grease fittings on it. The first thing we're going to do is pull two opposite caps off, and we'll lay seal wanted to jump off. Alright, what we're going to do now is hold this thing up, stick that end out past the hole so that the cup goes on it real smooth and easy. And now we're just going to kind of tap her in. Okay, we're in there now. What I'm going to do is pull it out a little bit like this and get my other cup started so that I don't mess with the bearings. Now we'll knock this side in. I thought I had it exposed real good, but it ain't not quite enough. So we'll tap her on a little further. Alright, got that snapped in now. Okay, I gotta drive this side up to where I can get the clip on for it. Sometimes when you're trying to do something right, it'll still mess up. What had happened there, two of the little needle bearings inside got jumped out when I slid that cap on, and was between the end of the cross and the bottom of the cap and wouldn't let it drive up. So I knocked it back out, and I had to take a screwdriver and reach down in there and get those bearings back up and then get them back in place. So anyhow, we got her now. And that snap ring just slid right on in there. Okay, now we've got to get the other section on. But you see how fine those little old bearings are? That's the biggest problem sometimes with putting on U-joints, that they will get turned around. It's always best just to make sure they're all turned up there like they're supposed to be. And now we'll take this section, hook it over the thing, slip her on there. Alright, now that's why I like to go ahead and put them on. Just get as much as I can sticking out before I do anything with them. Okay. Turn this scooter around. Alright, we'll let her slide just a little bit. That Slid right on there then. Okay, I got most of the snap ring grooves showing there. My battery died just about the time I was ready to get it. What I did, I got that snap ring started on there, and then I held it with my thumb and smacked that cap, and she jumped right on in the hole while the pressure was on it from the hammer. So we got everything back in place now, ready to put it back in. So I don't reckon we'll film putting it back in since the battery is so low. We'll be back with you after a while.